Recording started.
Okay, welcome to Free Association. My name is Dennis, and this is a kind of a review video of yesterday's show because I've changed my system a little bit. I've now got a system, which is a start, but I've been changing it around a little bit. So I did a radio show yesterday, which is the second one that I've prepared. I always prepare something prior to the show, but usually it's about an hour before the show. So this one I prepared over the course of the previous week. So I was recording 5 minute chunks of audio to put together into a show. And for an hour show, I came up with 30 minutes of audio that way. So there was a 30-minute monologue instead of a 7-minute monologue. So it's better for me if I do it that way because I can think about things properly and then put them into some kind of sequence and kind of structure things around topics or whatever. And I'm going to have a 5 minute chunk of audio about a particular topic that I can reuse or I can adapt for another show later on. So in theory, this should make life a lot easier because if I don't have anything to say, I can just look back for a 5 minute chunk of audio and review it and think about it and then re-record it in a slightly different way from a slightly different point of view, and it'll be a way of just generating content ultimately for the radio show for the next 40 years. Let's say the next 40 years. If I'm doing radio when I'm 97, I'll be a happy man. So but if I've got 5 minute chunks on specific topics, my point of view changes anyway over time. So if I record something in the morning, something in the evening, they're going to be different, even if it's the same topic. If it's an opinion about the same topic and there's been 6 hours happened in between, maybe there's another piece of information come up, or I've heard a news broadcast, or I've heard somebody talking about the same topic and I've integrated something about what they said. That changes what I say about that topic. So I try and be quite fairly specific about what I allow into my field of consciousness. I'm quite selective. Well, I'm not that selective, but I am reasonably selective about the type of material that I listen to. I will listen to things on BitChute, but I'm very specific about the topics and the people. So there's some people I like, some people I don't really like, and I'll just stay away from the people I don't like and go for topics that I understand and I can comment on with a reasonable amount of uh, interest and experience. I don't always have the experience and I don't always have the interest, quite honestly. But if I'm developing an opinion, then I can have an opinion based on no interest and no understanding to begin with, and then it'll develop as I listen to other material, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with that at all. I can start out knowing nothing but still have an opinion because it's okay. I don't need to be qualified to have an opinion. If I'm claiming authority, I probably need to be qualified. No, actually, I don't. If I'm claiming authority, I just need to have thought about the topic for a reasonable length of time and looked at different options. Well, the other thing that I'm doing as well is I'm using a process called Six Thinking Hats, which is a process that Edward de Bono came up with in the mid 1980s that obviously I've known about since I was about 20 years old. Never really had the opportunity to use it for anything very much. And now it looks like a process that'll generate audio material. So it'll generate 5 minute chunks of audio material that I can then put into a monologue or a special report or something that lasts about half an hour. I'm aiming for half an hour at the moment because that's what I came up with. I had about an hour's worth of material and it edited down into about 30 minutes. So if I can do that again this week, I'll be reasonably happy. If I can come up with half an hour's worth of material every single week on different topics, then I think that's a pretty good system that's in place. I don't know for sure that it'll do that, but in theory, it should do that. It did that the first week and the second week. So the third week, I should be able to come up with half an hour's worth of material. If I can come up with half an hour's worth of material in a week, I ought to be able to come up with an hour's worth of material in 2 weeks, which means the quality of the shows is going to get better and better and better over time using this process. So that's what I wanted to share, really. It was only the second week that I've done it this way, and I'm pre-editing everything together. And then I was just using what I had and kind of put it together live in the end, but it was from these 5-minute blocks. So there's an element of live, there's still an element of live radio there, and it was only half of the show. So there is definitely an element of chat room interaction and me just going with the flow live as well. But the 30 minutes of recorded material definitely helps. It's a way of me having something to say without having the pressure to come up with something, because I don't always have anything to say on a Saturday afternoon, but quite often I have something to say on a Sunday afternoon, bizarrely, when I'm not under any pressure at all, like today. So it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I've just recorded 8 minutes worth of audio without even trying very hard. So I think I'm getting better at this as well. I'm getting better. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.